This is great that we can hear this from you, because it is a common misunderstanding that the only benefit is it is all about lightweight
Yes.
build and perhaps the economy and nothing else. But since respected manufacturers are using them now, and I believe that they will continue to,
Yes.
and
Yes.
many users, me included, have switched to switching amplification.
Switching amplification.
Yes. Because I can no longer stand the heat and
That's right.
the guilt of
Yeah,
using.
of using. That's right. And it's not only the heat, but if you look at a lot of high-end amplifiers, there are hundreds and hundreds of pounds of metal. That metal could be used for a lot more precious things than just encasing an amplifier because you want it to look expensive. I've had criticism of my amplifier because they say it does not look good enough. My response has always been, are you looking at it or are you listening to it? If you're listening to it, it is perfect. If you are looking at it, then why don't you buy a painting? You buy a painting, put it out on the wall, look at the painting and listen to the music.
Do you have the same concerns about the materials you're using for your speakers?
The speakers, if you buy a Genesis speaker, you will use it, that it will possibly be the last speaker you ever buy.
Okay.
Which means that you won't waste it. If you buy a loudspeaker that you've got to change every year because you don't like the sound, then no matter how light or how environmentally friendly it is, you're wasting resources. I rather believe that I want to produce something for you to own, something for you to care about, and something for you to cherish, than to give you a disposable loudspeaker. So the materials that we use are adequate for what it is. It will give you, it is beautiful, it uses paint that hopefully is the last pair of speakers you buy.
Yes.
So
it will last a lifetime.
It will last a lifetime, so I want to make it perfect.
I would like to ask you about the economic crisis and what aspects of it affected or did not affect your business. And how did you manage to overcome it?
The economic crisis has hit a lot of fast-growing big companies. The reason is that when you've got fast-growing large companies, your overheads, your expenses are very high. If your sales suddenly fall to zero, then you're in trouble. You go bankrupt. I had a few friends who were, they're talking to me and say, "Oh, my business is doing very well. I'm still around. They are gone." The reason is that I keep Genesis small. It is not a company that needs to sell 1,000 pairs of speakers a month to survive. I produce speakers. I care about what we do. I have staff who care for what we do, and I deliver products to people who care about what we do. Those sort of customers will never go away. If you deliver something that the customers always have to change, they don't have your long-term trust and your long-term survival in mind.
And still you follow the evolvement. So
Yeah,
we talked about last day. It's very important.
that's right.
Yes. Do you have a personal philosophy when it comes to your business? A particular attitude? Or anything you want?
Don't run faster than the drummer. What I believe in is that if I find people who love this system, if I find people who love music, they will love what I do. If I find the dealers who love music, they will find the customers who love music. And as long as you deliver music, you deliver the service that the customer wants, and you deliver something that's reliable quality. I've got a saying. You forget the saying is. Oh, suddenly went blank. The saying is the saying is you remember the value, you remember the quality long after you've forgotten what you spent. And there are a lot of things that are like that. The things that you cherish the most, and the things that you've kept the longest. You remember the quality of it, but it's very hard right now to remember what you paid for it because you've enjoyed it so long. And that's what I hope. That's the sort of product I hope to deliver.
At this time it is a bit difficult to forget what you said because of the stiff economy situation, but I understand perfectly what you say. It's a nice saying and a nice philosophy. Um, about your models, how often do you renew them? And do you replace them or do you discontinue some?
They get replaced when they have to be replaced.
Replace?
Yeah, I do not have a flavor of the month. Just because there's a new Twitter that comes out, I don't change the Twitter. You know, if I find something better, I will use it.
Do you upgrade?
In terms of what? If you own a pair of Genesis from the old company, like a Genesis 2, I can come in and upgrade everything. So it's brand new loudspeakers. There are some things I cannot upgrade because either the material's no longer available or I honestly go and tell the customer the speakers are not worth upgrading. You know, but as far as we can, we always try to make sure that some of the new technologies that we have are retrofittable.
So your current models, 1.2 and 2.2, are they improved over their predecessors?
If they're not improved, I wouldn't release them.